Hey, and welcome to Home Reviews. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a cordless robotic pool cleaner by Moolan. This is the S1. They do have a newer version, the S2. I'll put links to both of them below this video if you want to check them out on Amazon. But in this video, we're going to unbox this thing, see what it looks like. We're going to take it out in my pool and get it cleaned up. You can see over here, I've got my dome opened, and if we look down in there, I actually have some stuff down there around my filters. And so we're going to drop it in there and see what it does. Now, a few things I do want to point out about this one is that number one, it is cordless. Anytime you have a cordless pool cleaner, it's amazing because you don't have to deal with your hose. You don't have to deal with the pool pump, the filter, getting it all set up, dragging them around, getting tangled up in them. You just drop it in there and it does the cleaning. Now you can see here, it's specifically designed for above ground pool floor cleaning. But if your pool is flat on the bottom, which mine really isn't flat, it has two separate parts. Then this is going to be ideal for it. So, but I'm going to go ahead and use it in this pool. It has a dual motor. We're going to look at the bottom of this here in a minute because it actually suctions up in two different places underneath, which is pretty unique. Auto parking, so it parks near the wall when the battery gets low. That way it's easier for you to retrieve it. It works for a maximum of 2 hours. It's cordless, and it actively cleans and scrubs away stuff on your pool. And the other thing I wanted to show you was right here, is that the charging time is 2 to 3 hours for it, and the maximum coverage is 800 square foot, and the maximum water depth is 8.2 feet. All right, we got everything out of the box. This is what you got with your pool cleaner. You can see they taped it up here. It was in some foam padding in the box. Now, you also get a charger for it. You get a hook to retrieve it, so this is going to go on the end of your pool cleaner pole. Then you have your little brushes that go on the bottom you got to attach. 4 wheels you got to attach, and you put them together with these pieces here, and it's all detailed right here in the instruction manual. So let me go ahead and get this tape pulled off here, open this up so we can get these little wheels put on it and get it set up. Okay, we got all the tape off of it. Now we're going to get this uncovered, but first I want to stress to you the importance of this. If you look at the quick guide, you can see here that there are differences between the wheels. There's two, one of them for the right and left, and one of them for the front and back. And you can see the differences of them here. These two here, the wheels are a little bit thicker than the ones that are here. So these two, since they're bigger, it shows here that they are the left and right wheels. So they're going to go here on the sides, and then the other two is going to go here in the front and here in the back. So we're going to go ahead and just unsnap all 4 of these. And I've already got, I'm going to lift this up. You can see it's got a filter here. We're going to take it out, and this is how you clean it as well. You're just going to take it apart, rinse it out, and now you can see you got your holes here for your wheels. So let's go ahead and we're going to put this one, it goes up through in that hole, and then we're going to put a clamp around it, and then we're going to do that with the other 4. And you can see there how I got this one. I just put the wheel up through, and you take one of these and you just clip it right over top like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other 3. Now, the other thing I want to show you that I just noticed too is when you're hooking these up, you're going to see a pinhole here and also one on the other side. And there's also 2 here, one here and one on the other side. And if you look at these, you're going to see that it has a little pin here on the end. And to determine where you want to put those in the instructions, it tells you, depending on how you want to set it up for what kind of pool you have, where you can put it. Because if we look closer, you'll notice right here it says letter A, and right there it says letter C. And then over here, you can also see it has letters here of C, and then the other one right here is B. And then you can find those right here as well to show you how you can best hook it up for your pool. Now that we have all that together, it says the next thing we need to do is install these little brushes, which are right here. So we're going to flip this over gently, and you can see where you install them here and here until they snap. So I got one of them right here, and you can see there's holes down in there, so you're just going to take them and force them down in there until they snap, just like that. And then you're going to put one on the other side, and then you're going to have a couple extra in case you need them. Kind of pull on it, make sure they're snug, and that's all there is to it. And the last thing we need to do before we put it in the pool is to charge it. So on the bottom of it, you can see you have a power button, and then you also have this cover. You want to take this off here, and you can see that's where you're going to plug it up, and you want to get it charged up. It's time for us to drop this in the pool, but I do want to show you here, these are your LED indicators. You can see 1, 2, and 3, which are on the front of it, right there. And then you can see what the working indicators are. Number 1, if it's working, 2, and then number 3, the power indicator. So if the green light flashes, it's normal. So let's go ahead and turn this on, and that should show up as green. Let's flip it over. I'm gonna hold this down for a couple seconds. And you can hear it kicking on. Green light flashing, it's ready to be put in there. So when you put it in level. And then you're just going to let it sink. It's going to automatically take off on its own, fill up with water, and do its thing. Alright, so it's been a couple hours. I got my pole with my hook. And we're going to come over here, and I think I've seen it right down there on the corner. You can see the red lights flashing. I'll let it drain the water out there for a second. Power it off. And let's take it apart. So it did collect some of the stuff on the bottom of the pool. It wasn't real dirty. It was mostly those 2 spots, I thought. So it did pick up some of the other stuff that was on the floor, which is great. Like I said, I think it would have done a lot better if my pool was just completely flat, where it didn't have to go up and down the hills and up and down the sides. So if you have a pool that's like this, I wouldn't recommend this specific pool cleaner. But if you do have an above ground pool that's round or rectangular, then you may want to consider this. I'm sure it would do a much better job cleaning it with that. But if you're interested in checking this one out, I'll put the link below this video. It'll take you to Amazon so you can check it out.